Hi, happy New Year's Eve. Um, so just a quick update. Happy New Year's Eve. I look tired. I feel tired. I don't know what it is. Well, actually, a lot has happened. I just feel like every time I look at myself anymore, I'm just looking older and older. And I don't know if it's stress, pain, or what, but oh, and I gave myself bangs and they're not growing out. And I end up looking like that chick from TikTok that like does the news under the desk. But anyway, bear with me for a second. I'm about to hop in the shower. You're not coming for that. But yeah, so quick update. I need to just stop looking at myself. So what is going on is I had my MRI of my cervical spine. For those of you that are new, I had ACDF surgery from C4 to C7 back August, whatever. Now we're just gonna lay down. August of 2020. So August 19th or something of 2020, so 4 years ago. What has happened? I had some periods of doing well and then periods of not doing well. And what is happening lately is just more numbness and tingling and weakness in my extremities, mostly like my left hand and my arms. My pinky is like basically like dead and numb, but I got used to it. Like you kind of just adapt. And I think that's the thing with all of my videos is I'm learning that you end up just adapting and like the new norm. So the pain becomes the new norm, the twitching, the loss of dexterity. But the other thing I think that like becomes normal is just like the fatigue and normalizing all of these doctors that we have to go see and all these images and all these tests. It's like the patient life becomes normal, that when you like speak to people, they're like, oh my God, or like all the phone calls you have to make for like new appointments and the insurance loops that you gotta like jump through. So I think something that we need to keep in mind is like we are strong people, and the pain that we are dealing with and the numbness and having to like relearn how to just live and tolerate things, I think is, I don't want to say a gift, but it's like definitely a strength that unfortunately not everybody has an opportunity to experience, and lucky for them, right? Man, is it pain or stress? I need some Botox. But then I watch like this site on Facebook where people get the Botox and they end up like paralyzed and shit. And I'm like, I don't think I need that. I'm just gonna get a facelift. I'm gonna get a facelift and the blepharoplasty. Yeah. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Jeez. So this is why I hate doing these things, because I don't like looking at myself. So what are my recent doctors' feedback? So I have seen a variety of neurosurgeons since my surgery was done from an orthopedic surgeon from Rothman. Great guy. Supposedly everything was really good, but what I'm learning is things didn't fuse. Somebody left me a message saying like, didn't my original surgeon do a CAT scan to see if the bones have fused or not? I'll be honest, like so many different things have occurred since then. They might have, but I just remember getting like the all is good kind of thing. But what is going on now? So I have had some recent pain, like the back of my neck has been feeling painful. I feel like I can feel the screws are stripped. And I say this and it sounds so bizarre, but I wonder if anybody has experienced this. Like when I lay down, like I'm doing now, and I like go to sit up, which I don't know if we're really supposed to do. Like I know like after surgery, I had to like roll out of bed. So you definitely should be rolling out of bed and not sitting up. Even if you use your abs, you don't want to be doing that motion, especially if you have more than like one level fused. So I have 3 levels fused. And what I'm learning is when I go to sit up, it almost reminds me of a stripped screw. Like you can feel the sound, but it almost is like it almost feels like the screw kind of comes out and goes back in. So that's kind of like weird. That's not new per se, but just something I've been paying attention to. My vision's been off. I went and saw a neuro-ophthalmologist, and I don't know if it's a gimmick, but they sold me on these prism glasses And of course, I haven't worn glasses in forever since I had LASIK done a long time ago. I bought two because I don't like glasses. I don't like stuff on my face that I couldn't decide. So they sold me on two of them because one was half off when you buy the one. So I bought two. So I'm going to be picking those up. Supposedly, the floaters I have, the strain, I don't know, supposedly like I had to do all these different tests, and they say like my eyes go like out, and they say like it takes so much effort and muscle energy to like bring them back to center. So these prism glasses are supposed to do the work for me. And I have a little bit of a script change that they put a little bit of a lens in it too. So I'll get those in like about a week or two whenever I can pick them up. And supposedly that's supposed to help with like the headaches and neck pain and floaters and whatever else, eye fatigue. So we'll see, you know, worst case scenario, I learned a lesson. But what else? So I saw a neuro-ophthalmologist. She thinks that the prism glasses are going to be like the be-all end-all for everything I got going on, unless it was just a good business tactic. So I'll let you know about that. I've seen a bunch of neurosurgeons, and I saw an orthopedic surgeon again from Rothman. So I went to a neurosurgeon down at University of Penn, a neurosurgeon from Jefferson, an orthopedic surgeon from Rothman. Did I just say that? I am so tired. So anyway, so I've had a CAT scan done and I've had an MRI done. The MRI was ordered, and that looks like I have issues going above and below my fusion. It looks like I have more herniations and what have you. So the neurosurgeon from Jefferson, who's the one that ordered the MRI, was thinking of going in through the back of the neck and reinforcing the first level that is done because he doesn't think that it fused. So he was thinking about reinforcing 4 and 5. And then he also was thinking about fusing the discs above, so 3 to 4. I do have issues below my fusion, which would take me from C7 to like C8, T1, T2 kind of thing. And I do have issues there, but he was thinking that all of the issues I have are from above the fusion. So he wanted to restabilize and fuse more discs. Didn't know if I liked that answer, especially because he was like, I'm only 60% sure that this is going to really help anything, or, once you fuse more, like you're going to have more issues. So kind of like left it up to me. He's like, you have to be the one that decides what you want to do, but this is what I'm thinking. So from there, I went to University of Pennsylvania, another neurosurgeon that was really highly rated, Dr. Paul Marcotte. And he ordered a CAT scan because he was thinking, oh my God, do not give yourself bangs, people. Jeez, I should have waited till after my shower to do this. But anyway, so Paul Marcotte was thinking, instead of what the neurosurgeon from Jefferson was thinking, he was thinking, don't fuse more levels. Just take out everything that you currently have, take out the cadaver bone, and redo the exact same surgery, C4 to C7, but now use bone from my hip, thinking that that would secure the fusion, because his suspicion was that nothing fused. He ordered the CAT scan, and it just came back, and I got the disc, and I took the discs and the MRI to another person in Rothman, another orthopedic surgeon down in Center City. And what's their name? Their name was, I can't remember. I am so tired. I probably should, if you need to know the name. Anyway, so I went to a orthopedic surgeon at Rothman down at University of Penn, who was referred to me by somebody down in Florida. And he looked at all of my stuff, and University of Pennsylvania did not get a chance to look at my CAT scan, so I didn't hear from them to hear like if his original plan of redoing the whole thing was changed. But anyway, I took my MRI and my CAT scan and did x-rays and everything to Rothman down in Philly, and he was like, don't do anything. He's like, you're not going to go paralyzed, which of course I cry at that point. I know Paul Marcotte said the same thing. He's like, you're not in a dangerous spot. Like, you might be debilitated, which if you remember like a video I made a long time ago, I said that, like, the pain can be debilitating, but I don't think I'm in a dangerous spot, which is the whole mind fuck of like the medical PTSD and the medical anxiety. So all the pain, all the dysfunction and the numbness, like even just sitting like this with my hand up, like my thumb is now like numb and my hand's getting cold and wrinkly. But anyway, Paul, the guy in Philly, the orthopedic, was like, don't do anything. He's like, if anything, what we could do, he's like, don't redo the whole surgery. He's like, that is just way too much trauma. He's like, why would you go through and take everything out and redo it? He's like, I don't recommend that. He's like, if anything, I might do what the other doctor said by going in through the front maybe and maybe reinforcing something, or going through the back and like reinforcing. But he thinks for now, just put up with it, because he was just like, look, you're not going to be in a wheelchair. You're not going to be paralyzed. He's like, yeah, you're in pain. And he's like, we could do this surgery, but there's no guarantee it's going to make anything better. You have he said that, with what I have going on and what I've already done, he's like, everything that he's experienced with his patients, he's like, you might get a certain percent better, or it might at least stabilize, but it could just get worse. And now you just redid something, or you added more fusion. He's like, now you have that domino effect. So it's more likely that you're going to have more issues. So he was thinking, if I can tolerate what I have going on, I've already adapted to using half my hand. He's like, live life. He's like, I don't recommend the skydiving. I don't recommend martial arts or this or that. He's like, but just live. Like, you have to start living. And I said, well, I don't, because every time I go do something, I end up hurting myself, and then I'm getting scared. And he's like, yeah, but Kim, if you're going to risk having a surgery anyway, you might as well do it after living versus not living and doing something, and you're going to end up with the same result anyway, especially if now I'm not going to be paralyzed. I just might be doubled over in pain or whatever. He's like, but if that happens, then we go in and we fix it. But he strongly suggested not to do anything. He did say, why don't we think about inserting like a spine stimulator or bone stimulator, or muscle stimulator? I don't know. It's kind of like, my girlfriend has it in her lower back, where it's basically like this pack that gets like put into your skin next to your spine, and it has like these cords that go up that I guess disrupt like your nerve signals for pain. My girlfriend, she has it in, like I said, she has it in like her back, her lumbar. And she says that when she has hers on almost all the time, she has to like charge it. Like, she stick like a magnetic charger to it. It's so fucking weird. And she's like, when she wears hers and it's on, her legs, like from her waist down, it's almost like she was like sitting on her legs, and they like end up going numb. So like walking feels kind of funny, but it at least turns the pain off. And I was like, well, if that happens and they go up into like my back to here, like what the fuck is that gonna feel like? So I don't think I'm gonna do that, but I'll look into it a little bit more, but probably not. So after that, after going to university, or down to Rothman down in the city, and the guy is like, don't do anything. He's like, if you really want to and you can't stand it, like, then yeah, maybe we would do something, but we wouldn't take everything out and redo it. If anything, we would just maybe reinforce some areas from the back to stabilize it, in hopes that like the bone would start fusing, because right now there's just way too much movement going on. And even with like the stripped screws, that's probably hitting some of my nerves and causing pain. But he's like, you're not gonna go paralyzed from it. It's just gonna be fucking weird. I'm paraphrasing. So that's what he said. So I felt good kind of hearing that. Then I ended up getting a call from University of Penn, who was the doctor who ordered the CAT scan to begin with, who is the one that wanted to do, like, just replace the entire thing. He said, you know, after looking at the CAT scan, he kind of feels the same, that he would just take everything out and redo it with my own hip bone, because to go through the back of the neck, you're going to go through muscle. It's a longer recovery, but you might have better success at longer term stuff. I don't know. He seemed like he was like driving and trying to get off the phone, but from what I think from him is he would redo the whole thing. But then when I was like, oh, well, what about reinforcing from the back or something like that? He's like, yeah, we could do that too. I'm like, am I the one coming up with my treatment plan, or is like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So far I had Rothman, University of Penn, Jefferson, Rothman, and a Jefferson, I think. So I've had so many consults, and it seems like across the board, everyone keeps saying, it's kind of up to me. If I can't tolerate it, then come in and do it. But everybody kind of has like a different take as to what they're going to do. So I don't feel like I really got any answers, because I feel like everybody has like a different version as to what they would do. But it seems like all in all, because there's not this push of like, you have to get this done. Oh my God, you're bad. I'm getting like, yeah, you're bad. Like, I can imagine the pain that you're in, and it's a lot of levels for somebody your age. Like, I'm getting that message, but I'm not getting the whole, like, we need to do something now message, which I'm trying to think optimistically about that. Like, okay, I'm not in crisis, just live. So I think I'm going to just do that. I don't think I'm going to get surgery, but, deal with what is already like done in my hand, like my left hand and arm, like, it's probably already like done. So I'm not going to get anything back. I guess the thing is, I just don't want things to progress. So it's just going to be me monitoring. All the while that being done, for 2 weeks, I think that's why I look so stressed, is I have not left my bedroom in 2 weeks because my cat ended up having to go to the ER, and we had to, well, we meaning me, I had to have his eyeball removed. So I have been nursing, I don't know if you can see, he's over there on the floor all wrapped up. I've been nursing my cat for 2 weeks. We have not left my upstairs. I've not left the house because he's in a cone, and I don't know, he just had some issues. So everyone's like, get a cat, they're so easy and stress-free and you can leave them. I can't leave my fucking cat. Maybe it's my own doing, but he's doing better. He goes back on Friday to hopefully get the cone off and can finally scratch his eye, but it's fucking weird. So yeah, so I was not expecting to end 2024 with more pain and not leaving my house for 2 full weeks. Like, have not left for 2 full weeks. That's fucking weird. But he's doing better, and hopefully I get the all clear on Friday and can take the cone off and go pick up these damn glasses and wear those. Maybe look into Botox. I don't know. Maybe sleep. Yeah, so that's my update. I got wrinkles. I got stress. I'm not feeling me. I wish I could rewind the clock, but what is it? Like ifs and thens, and I don't know what I'm saying. Fuck, I'm tired. So Happy New Year. I guess on a surgery note, this is a good thing. I'm going to hit the pause button and just deal with things. The other thing I was dealing with, I don't know if I made a video, but like, I was like, I'm going to start exercising. I'm going to go slow. And I went for a walk with my neighbors. And then that night, my neighbor is a Zumba instructor, and so I walked in the morning with the two of them, and then at night we went and did the Zumba class. And then that night my ankle swelled, and I think I broke something in my ankle, and it's been a month now. Finally went to Rothman to get it checked out. They said it's probably not broken, but I have the feet of an 80-year-old, so they recommend physical therapy, a brace, and orthotics. Not had a chance to do any of that because of the damn cat. So yeah, so my ankle hurts like a motherfucker. I really think that there's like a slight fracture, because I can do most things with it, but like I can't walk on my tippy toes without feeling like there's glass, and everything is popping and cracking. And then while tolerating that, maybe a few weeks later, my other neighbor and I went and walked and saw like Christmas lights for like an hour. It was all fine. Came home, sat down, stood up, and I couldn't put pressure on my other leg because my hip or my sciatic nerve was blown out. So I was like, this is fucking crazy. So like for 2-3 days, I was like massaging and like relaxing my sciatic, hip bone, hip flexor area. I don't know. Finally that released, and I was like, thank God. So ankle still is pretty fucked up. Neck, hand, lower back. Like, you gotta move to stay healthy, to stay young. But then when you do that, you hurt and you are in pain. But yeah, so it's kind of one of those catch-22s. I really gotta shower. Do not cut bangs. Oh, they are so crazy. Guys, this is what I do when I get like caught in my house and can't do anything. But oh, look, a peacock. Anyway, I'm going to stop primping and priming, and I'm going to actually hop in the shower because I'm done work for the day. I took off tomorrow and have work on Thursday. But you all were asking a bunch of questions. Hopefully I answered it. I've been seeing a bunch of people, but what it seems to keep coming down to is hold off on surgery. Just tolerate what you have going on. And yeah, kind of just live. So how do I want to live? Give me some ideas as to how I want to live. I got to get my hair done. Maybe get a facelift at some point. Yeah. But I'm going to end here. It's 20 minutes. But that was just my update of the rest of the doctors and the rest of the imaging that I had done and what the reports and the doctor's feedback was. So all in all, debilitating, but not dangerous. Not going to go paralyzed. Just deal with the pain, deal with the new normal. A lot of you have sent me private messages, have sent me messages on my social media, my email. I apologize for not getting back to you, but I've had a lot going on. As always, the newest video that I make seems to be the thing that I'm able to like catch the comments a little bit quicker. But if there's any pressing questions that any of you have, like send me it again. Don't hesitate to like repeat yourself. Be annoying. Be annoying. You know what? In 2025, be annoying. Be heard. Take up space. I'm committing to letting things go. Oh my God, I got gray hair. I'm committing to letting things go, and people that don't want to be in my life, I'm just letting go and detaching. I'm trying to not be so stressed. I'm going to try not to be so scared to live and say yes to things again, because I do need to drop some weight. Actually, no, I don't need to drop weight. I need to tone. For some reason, I'm dropping weight, which is weird. But yeah, so hopefully I'm going to have a healthy one-eyed cat, my one-eyed Jedi, and start moving a little bit and see what happens. But I'd love to hear from all of you. I know that a bunch of you have had the surgery or are having it. I know that people have been corresponding with each other from the comments, so yay. Yeah, so from my house to yours, mwah. Happy New Year. Be well, be good, be safe, be smart, be kind, and yeah, I hope you have a little bit less pain and a little bit more positivity. And if it comes from me, great, but hopefully it comes from you. So yeah, have a good one. Bye, y'all.